Art Inside Out. The story so far. Once upon a time in the City of Gold, two freshly trained community art counselors dreamt up a project called Art Inside Out. In 2014, the project came to fruition through funding provided by the National Lottery and in partnership with Lefika Lefodiso, the Art Therapy Centre. The concept of Art Inside Out comes from their belief that anyone can be creative and find beneficial ways of expressing themselves, and art making can facilitate personal growth. Exposing teenagers to a specifically designed program of art counseling and art skills training would enable them to create a graphic novel which aims to achieve the following. 1. To give the teenagers involved a voice, the chance and the ability to tell their own stories. 2. To provide the teenagers with an art counseling experience which aims to increase their sense of personal identity and self-worth. 3. To provide teenagers with art skills training. 4. To facilitate the creation of a graphic novel. And 5. To generate interest and funding for extending the model which has been developed to run future groups for teenagers and other organizations.
So, Art Inside Out is the use of art counseling and art skills training, and as the name suggests, art expressed from the inside outwards. The most important characters in our story are the teenagers from two shelters in the inner city of Johannesburg. 20 boys from Jabulani Kakibos Kids and 20 girls from the house. There are two passionate facilitators per group who are art counselors as well as artists. Between them, their skills include art counseling, cartooning, web design, teaching art, business skills, and project management. The first two pilot groups of Art Inside Out started in February 2014 and will run until the end of the year. Sessions take place once a week at each shelter, and each session is 2 hours long. The project consists of 3 phases. Phase 1, 8 art counseling sessions. Phase 2, 8 art skills sessions. And Phase 3, 12 sessions to create the graphic novel.
What is a graphic novel? A graphic novel is a story shown mostly through the use of drawings and could include other media such as photographs and paintings. Why a graphic novel? The genre was chosen as it is one which teenagers can relate to and will inspire them to create their own stories. The medium lends itself to the combination of art and narrative, which can be visually dynamic, while incorporating a fair amount of text in the form of speech and thought bubbles. This process facilitates character development, for example, identification with heroes and villains.
Phase 1, Art Counseling, February to April 2014. During the 8 art counseling sessions, the kids were guided through a process of free expression through art materials such as pencils, crayons, watercolors, charcoal and newspaper. They were encouraged to share their feelings at each session and express themselves without judgment. We emphasized that their creations would not be judged according to art criteria, but rather encouraged them to express themselves freely. This phase of the project included themes that are essential to storytelling. Identity, with branding and photographic self-portraits. Emotion in the form of mood cubes. Environment through creating their world and their relationships to their environment. Philosophy by discussing the formulation of thoughts. Construction and deconstruction through tearing up newspaper and creating an identity with the scraps. Mind mapping and free association by creating a story about their past, present and future. Relationships, cause and effect, through devising their own snakes and ladders board game. Response from the group members at the end of the first phase. I did not know that making art could be so emotional. I did not think that I could do art, but now I know that I can. The art counselling sessions resulted in a number of positive outcomes. The group members acquired tools for understanding and expressing themselves, and so gained self-confidence. They developed greater self-awareness and an ability to tap into their subconscious processes. Their communication skills and capacity for empathy were greatly enhanced.
Phase 2. Art Skills Development, June to August 2014. The second phase also consists of 8 sessions and focuses on the group members learning art skills, which will assist them in creating a graphic novel. We developed a comprehensive and challenging art skills program, starting with basic drawing skills and moving to more complex figure and face drawing. Composition, space and perspective were added to their creative vocabulary. We are currently facilitating the last 3 sessions of the art skills phase, which will introduce the use of colour to what they have learnt so far. Outcomes from the art skills phase. We have seen a great improvement in their observation, conceptual and drawing skills, and a whole lot of self-confidence has been gained. They are spontaneously incorporating skills previously learnt into current projects.
Phase 3. Production of the graphic novel, September to December 2014. The third and final phase of the project will be the production of a graphic novel by the kids. They are very excited at the prospect of their work being published. During this phase, a movement and drama therapist, a cartoonist, and a writer will assist the kids in shaping their own stories. We will then facilitate the process of developing their stories into the visual form, which is the graphic novel. The lottery funding will be used to generate 4 key outputs. 1. The publication of a coffee table book, which will be for sale in bookstores such as Exclusive Books, art galleries, and publishers such as David Crute Projects. The book will contain the graphic novels produced by the kids, as well as showing important aspects of the year-long journey which lead to the publication of the book. This publication will be aimed at showcasing the work made possible by the National Lotteries Board and supported by the Art Therapy Centre. The book will be a great addition to any coffee table collection, as it will be visually captivating and interesting to browse through. We hope that the graphic novels created by the kids will give readers a greater understanding of their lives. We are currently approaching a number of corporates and publishers to obtain funding to produce a greater number of this publication. The second publication will be a softcover, low-quality version for distribution at recreation centres, schools and inner-city libraries. The aim is to inspire and encourage kids from other communities to tell their own stories through similar creative processes. The teenagers who have experienced the process could potentially become mentors to other kids in future groups. The third publication will be in the form of an electronic book or e-book for publication on the internet and electronic media. Lastly, there will be a printed instruction manual for replication of the model in future groups. The manual would explain the process in detail and could be used by other organizations who wish to embark on similar projects.
The second of the 4 outputs will be the creation of an internet website and blog. The blog will follow the process of creating the graphic novel, and both will ultimately display an electronic copy of the graphic novel so that it would be accessible to a broad audience. Multimedia such as short film clips, sound, and images will be available and give viewers a real sense of what the process entailed. The third output will be an art exhibition to be held in December 2014, which will showcase the graphic novel produced and launch the various forms of the publication. This could be an income-generating opportunity through the sale of artwork produced by the members of the 2 groups. The fourth output concerns the sustainability of the project. The year-long project will result in the development of a model which utilizes art counseling and art skills training in group work with teenagers. The model can be used as a resource for practitioners within the psychosocial and art fields. Other publicity for the project. The creation of a mural in the inner city by the teenagers from the two groups would be a great way to showcase the project, as well as displaying the web and blog addresses. The mural would also be a visible platform for sponsors and partners.